Jai Shri Ram. We are starting the third track of the 10th chapter with the 23rd shloka. Rudranam Shankaraschasmi Vittesho Yaksharakshasam Vasunam Pavakaschasmi Meru Shikharinamaham. Among the 11 Rudras, gods of destruction, I am Shiva. Rudranam Shankaraschasmi. Every Hindu should understand that all these gods, 33 crores, some people say, in fact, much more than that. Basically, there was a time when the number of gods in our country was more than the population of the country. But uh, all the gods lived peacefully together. In fact, we arranged marriages for them. We conduct marriages. So this is the Hindu nature. Not only we are by nature very peace loving, we also ensure that our gods also don't fight. Anyway, the point here is every Hindu should understand all gods are nothing but different facets of the same diamond. Different bezels, B-E-Z-E-L. Bezel is the term in English for a facet of a diamond, the face of a diamond. More the bezels, the more the value of the diamond. So, likewise, our personality is if you have more skills, if you learn more, if you enhance your repertoire, 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 that's a French word. The pronunciation is repertoire. The spelling is repertoire. Repertoire is a word which means collection of skills. For example, Kohli has the entire repertoire of strokes. That means he can play all different strokes in batting. So repertoire can also mean a book, a cookbook which contains a lot of recipes, or it can simply mean a big collection. So Rudranam Shankaraschasmi, 10th chapter 23rd. Krishna is saying, Rudranam Shankarascha Asmi, I am Shiva. That's it. So there are many people who try to argue that Shiva is greater, Krishna is greater. This is all childish nonsense. Okay? If you go to Pandharipur, Vitthal, you will find on the statue, Krishna is standing akimbo. Akimbo. Akimbo means with hands on hips. So Krishna is standing there, waiting for all of us to go there. Pundalik was the name of the devotee, as the story goes, who was serving his parents, aged parents. He was pressing their feet because they were tired. And then Krishna came to meet Pundalik. Why? Because Krishna was greatly impressed with the devotion that he was showing towards his parents. So one of the fastest way to gain Krishna's favor or grace is by serving your parents. Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava. So if you really dedicate yourself to the service of your parents, the byproduct is Krishna's grace. So Pundalik was a character who was taking care of his parents, and he was pressing their feet at the night time or something like that. So before they were going to sleep, they were old people. So Krishna came to meet Pundalik because Krishna was very impressed with Pundalik's devotion to parents. And Krishna came to his house and he knocked on the door. At that time, Pundalik was taking care of his old parents. So Pundalik threw a brick, I believe. He threw a brick outside. He did not get up. He was serving his parents. And he threw the brick and he told Krishna, please stand on that brick and wait there. Just imagine. God is knocking at your door and you are saying, please wait. I am taking care of my parents now. So I cannot, suddenly come out. I have to complete my duty first to the parents. So Krishna stood there, and ever since then there is a statue there, and a temple was built there. That is called Panduranga temple. Vitthal. He is standing akimbo with hands on hips and waiting for all devotees like you and me. So anyway, on that statue, if you see, it's a small statue, barely 3 feet, slightly more than 3 feet. You can touch the statue. And on the kiritam, the crown, on top, there is a Shivalinga. The message is Shiva and Krishna, or Rama and Krishna, all are the same. Rudranam Shankaraschasmi Vittesho Yaksharakshasam Vasunam Pavakaschasmi Meru Shikharinamaham. So among the 11 Rudras I am Shiva, and among the Yakshas and Rakshasas I am the Lord of riches Kubera. Among the 8 Vasus I am the god of fire. So Agni is Krishna. And among the mountains I am Meru. So Kubera is a grandson of the sage Pulastya and a son of Vishrava. So he is a cousin of Ravana. Anyway, let's leave that there now. Go to the 10th chapter, 24th sloka now. Purodhasancha mukhyam mam vidhi partha brahaspatim senaninam aham skandaha sarasamasmi sagaraha. The important phrase for you to remember is senaninam aham skandaha. Skanda is the generalissimo, the commander-in-chief of the army of the gods. Skanda is Murugan. Murugan. Palaniyappan. You must visit Palani. So Skanda, Kartikeya, Murugan all refer to Shiva's son. So Krishna is saying, I am Skandaha. Senaninam aham Skandaha. Among the priests, I am Brihaspati. Among the warrior chiefs, I am Skanda. And among water, I am the ocean. Now, 10th chapter, 24th. Maharshinam Bhruguraham Giramasmyekam Aksharam Yajnanam Japayajñosmi Sthavaranam Himalayaha. So, Yajnanam Japayajñosmi, that's important. Maharshinam of the great seers, Bhrugu Rishi, I am Bhrugu. Giram, among words, Ekam Aksharam, the Om. Giramasmyekam Aksharam. Girama, Ekam Aksharam. Giramasmyekam Aksharam. Krishna is saying, I am Om. You should get an Om painted on your house. Or you can get a steel Om and affix it to the house, to the facade, to the front of your house. Yeah? Krishna is saying that he is Om. That means he embodies Om, or Om embodies Krishna. Either way. Yajnanam japa yajñosmi. So, among the great seers I am Bhrigu, among words I am the syllable, I am the sacred syllable Om. Among offerings I am the offering of japa yajna, and among the immovables I am Himalayas. Right, next one. So, 10th chapter, 26th. Ashwadha sarvavrukshanam devarshinam cha naradaha gandharvanam chitraradaha siddhanam kapilo munihi. Among trees I am the Ashwadha, the holy fig tree, or people tree, bodhi tree, ravi chettu in Telugu. So, there is a lot of science behind this. Anyway, you can do your own research, or we will discuss this later in some other track. Among trees I am the Ashwadha. Among the celestial sages I am Narada. Among Gandharvas I am Chitraradha. And among the Siddhas I am the Kapila Rishi, sage Kapila. So, next one. Uchchaishravam Ashwanam Vidhi Mam Amrutodbhavam Airavatam Gajendranam Naranam cha Naradhipam. Uchchaishravas Mashwanam. So among horses know me to be the celestial horse Uchchaishrava, begotten of the churning of the ocean, Sagara Manthan. Among elephants I am Airavata, and among men the king. Okay. So Naradhipa means it can also be referring to Manu presiding over a particular Manvantara, since he is the lord of men of that Manvantara. So it is also said that Prajapati appointed Vaivasvata Manu as the lord of men of the existing Manvantara. Manushyanam Adhipatim Chakre Vaivasvatam Manu, Vaipurana. So Naranancha Naradhipam. Okay. Ayudhanam aham vajram dhenunam asmi kamadhuk prajanaschasmi kandarpaha sarpanam asmi vasukihi prajanaschasmi kandarpaha. That's an important phrase. So what does it mean? Among weapons, I am the thunderbolt. Among cows, I am the celestial cows, Kamadhenu. I am the sexual desire which leads to procreation, as enjoined by the scriptures. And among snakes or serpents, I am Vasuki. So, Kandarpa is an appellation of the god of sexual love. By adding the qualification Prajana, Lord Krishna says that not only that sexual urge which leads to procreation as enjoined by the scriptures is identical with him, the same idea is expressed in verse 11 of chapter 7 also, adding the qualification Dharma Viruddho, Kamosmi Bharatar Balam Balavatam Chaham Kamaraga Vivarjitam Dharma Aviruddho Bhuteshu Kamosmi Bharatar. So Krishna is saying sexual love or sex, which is not opposed to the Shastric injunctions, is perfectly justified. In fact, he initiates that so that the creation continues. So let us not become prudes. Prudery, Prude. Prude means a person who gets easily shocked by matters pertaining to sex and who is very extremely conservative. The fact of the matter is Christianity basically is an extremely prudish religion, because if you know the story of Adam and Eve, they were going around naked, and then after Adam ate that fruit, he discovered he was naked, and they were covering themselves with fig leaves. And in Christianity, everyone is considered a born sinner because they are infected by the disobedience of Adam. Adam's sin was disobedience. That means he ate a fruit of a tree, that is the tree of knowledge, and he was supposed not to eat it, but he ate it. So he committed the sin of disobedience, and therefore God got angry, kicked them out. And then you see every man who was born, every child is a born sinner, because they are infected by the sin committed by Adam, which is the most ridiculous, nonsensical. How can anybody be infected by a sin, and that too done by some Adam, who God knows whether he existed or not? How can you punish somebody? So nobody is a born sinner. That's what Vedas will tell you. And so, prudes, they're basically prudes, extremely prudish. Whereas in Hinduism, Hindu culture is the culture that produced Kama Sutra. So, sex is not something that is, done in hush hush or, discussed only quietly. So, it was an academic kind of topic too. So, but we have become prudes after so many years of, rule by these 200 years by Britishers and nearly 600 years by Muslims. We have become extremely prudish. Interestingly, the point to note is Christians are extremely prudish. I mean, the Bible is prudish. But Bible is full of vulgar stories anyway. And the other end, prude, the opposite is prurient. Prurient. Prurient means excessively curious about sex, lusty, sexually longing, like an adolescent. And on the other hand, you will find Islamic scriptures discussing details to such an extent which is truly prurient. So these chaps are prudes, those chaps are prurient. Hindus, we were very liberal, and so Krishna is also saying that Prajanaschasmi Kandarpaha, and also he said in that other shloka, 11th chapter, 11th shloka of 7:11, Balam Balavatam Chaham Kamaraga Vivarjitam Dharma Aviruddho Bhuteshu Kamosmi Bharatarshava. So we will stop here. I think the track has taken a lot of time, so we'll stop here at 28 now, right? Ayudhanam Aham Vajram. So we are stopping here. Jai Shri Ram. We'll pick up in the next track.